Hello, my name is Ginge, and today we will be talking about mods, which ones to use in certain activities, and how to implement them into your in-game builds. There are a variety of different mods. To start off, we will be looking at stat mods. These range from 1 to 5 energy, and buff your character stats depending on which stats you are trying to improve. They are available as minor stat mods, plus 5 to any stat, or major stat mods, plus 10. Next, we'll be discussing Elemental Affinity. Each mod is assigned one of the 5 affinities: Arc, Solar, Void, Stasis, or Neutral. Neutral affinity can slot into any armor piece, whereas the others require a specific element. For helmets, there are 3 basic groups of mods: Ammo Finders, Targeting mods, and Super Energy mods. Ammo finders are great for getting extra ammo in PvE. Targeting mods improve target acquisition, accuracy, and aim down sights for specific weapons. Super mods allow for more super energy on certain kills or use of abilities. And Siphon mods will generate orbs of light off of multi-kills of certain elemental weapons. For arms, once again, there are 3 different kinds of mods. You have your reloaders, which are useful in PvE and PvP. Your dexterity mods, which are useful mostly in PvP. And your energy transfer mods. These state whenever using one ability, get an ability energy for another ability. For example, impact deduction. Causing damage with your melee attack will actually reduce your grenade cooldown. The stasis mods for grenade kickstart and melee kickstart will give you a portion of your melee energy back or grenade energy back whenever you are fully expended, where you have no more grenades left. So if you only have 1 grenade, you throw a grenade, you get a portion of that energy back. For the chest piece, once again, there are 3 basic groups: weapon reserves, useful in PvE to hold more reserve ammo for your specific weapon. Weapon flinch reduction or unflinching mods, mostly useful in PvP. For legs, there are 3 basic groupings. You have your scavenger mods, which improve how much ammo you pick up off of each brick. Your holster mods, which gradually will reload your stowed weapons. The last category benefits picking up orbs of light and are tied to certain elemental affinities. Things like Invigoration will give you melee ability energy whenever you pick up an orb, or something like Recuperation, which just gives you flat health. Next, we have the class items. Class item mobs can be broken into 2 groups: Ability Regen when using your class ability, which is useful in PvE and PvP, and finisher mods, which can give you an additional benefit upon finishing an enemy at the cost of part of your super, only useful in PvE. The last set of mods which we are looking at is going to be the seasonal artifact mods. The first column is all about anti-champion mods. Featured in the arms, this allows certain weapons to stun champions necessary in end-level PvE. The next 2 columns showcase Scout and Glaive Reloader, Sword and Machine Gun Scavenger, Machine Gun Holster, Scout and Sniper Targeting, Focusing Strike, and Thermal Shock Plating. Of notice, this is one of the best mods in the season. You can run this on a Void chest piece, and this will give you Arc, Solar, and Void Resist, which is insane. Definitely use these mods. These also are at a reduced cost, so really good. The last 2 at the bottom, these benefit certain origin traits. For example, the Right Hook and Runneth Over, the Soul Drinker, and the Hot Swap, just improving their duration or giving them additional benefits. In the fourth column, we find more anti-champion mods featuring Overload Machine Gun, an anti-barrier sniper rifle. This one is for your arc grenades and solar melees for overload capabilities and unstoppable capabilities. Bad Amplitude allows you to damage a champion with an arc ability, causing it to become jolted, which allows you to increase your damage output on said champion. Thunderous Retort. This will buff your arc super damage if you're critically wounded or amplified. Amped Up, which will mean that you stay amplified longer. It's actually a pretty good mod for how cheap it is. Trace Evidence. This will create ionic traces whenever you defeat commands affected by arc debuffs. Lightning Strikes Twice. After throwing an arc grenade, you'll gain additional grenade recharge rate for a short period of time. Arc ability Final Blows will actually extend this. And lastly, Sundering Glare. Rapid precision hits at distant combatants weaken them for a short period of time. This is a 20% debuff. And if you're not running a debuff on your team and you can get far enough away from enemies, like in GMs, this is actually a really awesome mod. So for your helm, I would probably add a stat increase and a finder mod. For your gauntlets, have your champion mods and a stat increase or a reloader. For your chest piece, stat increase, resist mods. And for your boots, scavenger mods and your stat increase. Your class item, more often than not, you're going to be running a seasonal artifact mod here and a stat increased or finisher mod, depending on what your build actually uses. As a general rule of thumb, Arc likes to benefit melees, Solar likes to benefit grenades, and Void likes to affect class abilities. You can see this in Impact Induction, as well as Momentum Transfer, Bolstering Detonation, and Focusing Strike. Once again on the legs, you have Invigoration for melees, Innervation for grenades, and Insulation for class abilities. For your class item, you have Bomber to give you increased regen for grenades, Outreach for melees, Perpetuation for class abilities. And then for Stasis, this is pretty much just Stasis thing, just giving you a little bit for everything. You have Utility Kickstart, you got Orbs of Restoration, you have Grenade and Melee Kickstart, just giving you a portion of your energy back based on if you used it. Also, you note that your finishers can also be kind of tied towards certain abilities. Explosive Finisher gives you grenades. 1-2 gives you melees. Utility gives you class abilities. In my next video, we'll be talking about combat style mods. And not just what makes a good build, or you have to run these mods, but how to actually choose mods and actually make them work for you. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed or if you learned something new. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.